What is good, everyone? Week 5 has arrived. My name is Orlando, and this is Friday Night Football. We start with a little Big Ten After Dark. It doesn't have the same ring to it, but we're going to roll with it. Oregon hosting its first Big Ten Conference game against the Michigan State Spartans. 59,000 under the Friday night lights of Autzen Stadium. The Ducks hosting an old frenemy there, former Beavers coach Jonathan Smith in town, and it was a long day for his Spartans. The Ducks defense dominant, locking up the Spartans, holding them to 59 yards rushing. It was scoreless through 3 quarters for them. On the other side of the ball, a steady dose of ground and pound, led by Jordan James, who reeled off 166 yards and a touchdown. Quarterback Dylan Gabriel didn't have his best night. 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, but it was more than enough to cruise to victory. Number 6 Oregon defeats Michigan State 31-10. They are now 5-0. The one and only Art Edwards was in Eugene with reaction from the Ducks following their first Big Ten home game.
A lot of excitement here at Autzen Stadium for the very first home Big Ten game for the Oregon Ducks. Oregon off to a great start in the Big Ten season. The offense today, the rushing attack was outstanding, and the defense controlled the Michigan State offense for almost the entire game. Head coach Dan Lanning says both offense and defense have to pick each other up.
At times we certainly play great defense, and at times we play great offense. For us to be who we want to be, we got to be able to do that across the board in special teams, offense, and defense. So we always talk about at some moment you might have to put each other on each other's back. And that showed up a couple times in this game.
My stats are just a reflection of their work up front, so they did a hell of a job today, and it showed.
Fun group of guys. We always talk about what we can do, how we can get better every week, and just seeing everybody on the field making plays is just the excitement brings. We just try to get after it every week, try to get better.
Coming up next for the Oregon Ducks, one of the most anticipated games of the college football season. The Ducks will host Ohio State next Saturday here at Autzen Stadium. The kickoff is set for 4:30, and you can watch the game right here on KGW. Reporting from Eugene, Art Edwards, KGW Sports.
Let's go. High school ball now. Conference play begins for most leagues in Oregon this week, and that includes the new 5A District 2. Defending state champion Wilsonville kicking off league play against the 4-0 Central Panthers. Wilsonville student section ready to tell some ghost stories, and this is pretty frightening for defenses. Mark Weepert finding Emmett Fee right down the middle. Wildcats cooking, and that sets up Roman Kealoha. These guys were watching rugby during the Olympics. I know it. Wilsonville is starting to pull away. Later, Weeper at it again. This time, connects with Carter Christensen, who just refuses to go down. Get off me. Wilsonville gets a league play dub, 41-10 at home. Scoreboard time, Silverton takes it 32-7 over McKay. Canby wins big over Woodburn. The Cougars visit Wilsonville on Thursday. In a battle of undefeated teams, Hood River Valley gets past Forest Grove, and the Dallas Dragons 5-0 after a 35-0 victory at South Albany. League play kicking off with a bang in Southwest Washington. Kelso taking on Evergreen in a game that could have championship implications. This one lived up to the hype. First quarter, welcome to the Terrence Sarion Show. Sheds the would-be tackler and then changes his profile status to gone. That's about a 70-yard house call. Evergreen up 14-0. Kelso needs a turnover, and who do you call? Triton Hagdahl Daniel says, no problem. Pick 6, Kelso in comeback mode. But James Bethune having none of that. Fourth quarter, he calls game. Big plays for days. Bethune with 207 yards and 3 touchdowns. Evergreen gets the 42-35 dub. We don't crown champs in week 5, but this was a big step for the Plainsmen. Union hosting Tumwater in the afternoon game. Titans getting defensive. Chase Lofton forces the ball loose, and Uriah Carlston says, look what I found. 60-yard house call. Bad news, though, for the Titans. That was Union's only touchdown. The visiting Thunderbirds, dominant on the ground. Brett Hereford and company get it done. Tumwater runs away with a 56-10 victory. Scoreboard, please. Top-ranked Camas gets a 38-21 win in Idaho, while Prairie outlasts Mountain View 36-33 in a game that went back and forth all night long. Sherwood hosting North Medford second quarter. Wilson Medina. I got this. He's it for 6. Bowman have no problems with the Black Tornado. Sherwood with a 36-14 win for the home crowd. You are watching Friday Night Football. The mighty Three Rivers League opens with a marquee matchup. Second-ranked Tualatin visiting fifth-ranked Lake Oswego. So here we go. This is your game of the week. 2 state championship contenders, top 5 matchup, and that'll get the people going. Homecoming vibes, electric atmosphere, and the Lakers match that energy. Big players make big plays in big games. That's LaMarcus Bell, one of the state's top RBs. Bam! Serving up 6 on a 76-yard platter. Lake Show in full effect. Hudson Curlin taking things into his own hands. QB1 taking a dive into the pool. 21-7 LO. Timberwolves respond. Nolan Keeney to Kalen Simonelik. Tualatin makes it a 1-possession game at the half, but couldn't complete the comeback. The Lakers control the line of scrimmage, and that ground game shined. Lake Oswego goes wire to wire for the W. 45-31, statement made. The Lakers are 5-0. Three Rivers scoreboard sees a pair of shutouts. West Lynn and Lake Ridge both win big. And guess what? They face off next Friday night. In the PIL, the Wells Guardians on the road to take on the Franklin Lightning. The Franklin camp is a pretty cool backdrop for football, I must say. The Lightning strike in the first quarter. Jay Sayer, careful application of brute force there. That's worth 6. Speaking of brute force, the Guardians have Cam Hammer. Wells up 14-7. Then, this is not an instant replay. Please, Hammer, don't hurt him. How many kids got that one? The Guardians continue to be tough in PIL. 50-21, the final. Let's head west for more PIL. The Cleveland Warriors hosting McDaniel in Southeast Portland. Crazy final minute of the first half. McDaniel driving, and Terrell Gramberg with a highlight reel one-handed catch. Mountain Lions within 3, so there's like 0.01 seconds on the clock, but that is plenty of time for Sam Ribner. And this, a prayer from midfield, and James Ho comes up with it. No shortage of points in this one. McDaniel gets a 53-43 win on the road.